Hi, I'm Zachary Sheets. I'm here to demonstrate how to use the basics of Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering has been around since 1993, so it's kind of intimidating to get into, but I want to try to show you all the basics of how to get into it using the game type EDH, which is Elder Dragon Highlander. So to get into the basics of Magic, first you got to understand the color combinations. You have 5 base colors, and you have the color that is colorless, which you could use anything to spend on. So you got plains, islands, you got mountains, swamps, and you got forests, and these are your resources that you use to be able to play cards that you want. A standard game of EDH has a deck of 100 cards, and there's only one card name for each card, so you can't have multiple of the same card other than lands. And lands, to go back to this, are what's used to be able to play cards. So, for example, 1 black land would give me 1 black mana to spend towards one of my cards that would have black mana. So in EDH, each opponent has 40 health and 20 command points. And the whole point is to be able to play your spells and to take the opponent's life down to 0 or to take his commander points down to 0, therefore winning. In order to do that, you'll have to be able to play your cards. So going back to your mana, 1 mana, so 1 land that you tap for, will grant you 1 mana that you could spend towards an item. So if I had spent 1 mana and this spell had cost 1 mana, I'd be able to play it, and depending on what it is, it will have stats. If it's a creature, it'll have attack stats and defense stats, which will be used towards calculating damage. So really there's a couple steps to doing Magic. You got untap, upkeep, draw, which means that each turn everyone does that in that sequence, thus allowing everyone to keep kind of going with the flow. And so eventually you have different card types such as sorcery, instants, and creature types that each kind of do different things. So basically, the best thing to do when you're first starting off is to kind of read everything and what it does and knowing what it does. So I already showed you islands. You have sorceries, which are usually powerful spells, but you can't play them really quickly. Then you have instants, which are usually less powerful spells, but you could play them anytime you want, such as this. You also have spells that are permanent. They stay around, but they aren't a creature, so they're called enchantments. But the whole point is as you play, you learn more and more combos, and then you learn how to deal with the opponent better and better while picking out your commander that will lead your army, which will let you pick the colors aligned with that. But that's essentially how the general concept of Magic the Gathering is done. Thank you.